everyone, welcome to Groovy Sauce, and in today's vlog I'm going to be talking about a bunch of new movies that are coming out in the next few months that I wanted to share with you, my beautiful, lovely audience. Alright everybody, let's go ahead and get into the vlog. Okay, so the first movie on the docket today is the movie Day Shift. Now this trailer only came out a few days ago. It is a vampire movie and it really reminds me of the movie Blade. And while we're not getting a Blade movie anytime soon, this does look pretty damn close. It's starring Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, and Dave Franco, and in the trailer there's some really awesome looking action as well as some really awesome looking vampire special effects and even some body horror in there with the vampires twisting their bodies around all creepy like. This is also made by the same people who made John Wick, so it should be a real kick-ass time carrying that action movie pedigree. There's also a classic Snoop Dogg song in there, Murder Was the Case, so I'm really digging the overall vibe of the trailer. This honestly looks like a blast and I can't wait to see it. It's coming out on Netflix starting August 12th. Okay, so next up is the movie Prey. Now this is really just a Predator movie with the title of Prey. It's going to be Predator versus Native Americans taking place sometime in the 1700s, and I know that simply because there are early Europeans there in the trailer. Now, I absolutely love the Predator franchise. It has some of the most awesome badass movies out there, with the first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger being insanely badass, and the second one with Danny Glover also being really good, and I even really enjoyed the Adrian Brody Predators movie as well. So this is really a franchise that I'm super fond of, and it's really nice to see Disney, who now owns 20th Century Fox, doing something interesting with this franchise. Another point I wanted to make was this is going to be taking place in a time where there's very primitive human technology, so how they flesh out this story has me super intrigued. You can check this one out on Hulu starting August 5th. Okay, so now moving on to the original docu-series Light and Magic. Now what this is just a look at Industrial Light Magic, the old school special effects house that made some of your favorite old school movies, including Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and basically just all of those old school Lucasfilm movies. If you love special effects, this is just a behind the scenes look at Industrial Light Magic, pulling back that curtain for you to see all of the creative process behind all of those old school movies. This one is going to be with us on Disney Plus starting July 27th. Okay, so next up is The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, which is getting a lot of hate as of late due to its generic fantasy aesthetics, but I personally think it looks really great actually. Everything looks very whimsical and the effects look really high quality. I personally am not very well versed in the story of The Lord of the Rings, so how far this strays from the original writings, I don't know. However, from what I've seen, just as a fan of the fantasy genre in general, and more particularly fantasy gaming, I'm really interested in this and can't wait to see what Amazon has in store for us. You can check this one out on Amazon Prime starting September 2nd. Okay, so now moving on to Clerks 3. Now, the View Askew universe has produced some of my favorite movies, including Dogma and Chasing Amy, and of course, Clerks 1 and Clerks 2. And while Kevin Smith does get a lot of hate as of late for some of his more recent movie releases, I do think that the Clerks franchise is the one thing that has been really good throughout its run in both the original and the sequel. Because of this, I'm actually really excited for this one and can't wait to see it. You can check it out starting September 13th. Okay, so moving on now, and speaking of filmmakers that get a lot of hate from the critics, Rob Zombie's The Munsters movie. Now, personally, I really enjoyed the classic black and white Munsters show. It was really just a funny, goofy take on Halloween and the horror genre in general, so perhaps I'm looking at this movie with rose-tinted glasses. However, the trailer really does seem to embody the spirit of the original show, not taking itself too seriously and just being a big, goofy, fun time. Also, Rob Zombie seems like he was born for this type of movie, as he's basically just classic horror movie cinema made into flesh. I also personally loved House of a Thousand Corpses and The Haunted World of El Superbeasto 2, so seeing Rob Zombie in his natural element here has me hoping for the best with this one. Also, Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob's wife, is in this one as usual, and she's just the best, so the more of her that we get, the better. This one is going to be with us sometime in September of 2022. Okay, everybody, that about does it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content from me. I don't always do vlogs like this. Sometimes I do fast food reviews, video game gameplay, and really just about anything that I want to do here on this channel. It's really a mixed bag, so to speak. So if you'd like to see more content like that, make sure that you are subscribed. And with that being said, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you next time.